Hello, I'm Mike from Ontario Speed Dating. I'm going to explain why I'm not on Google Maps and why my competitors may still be on Google Maps. As of last check, a couple days ago, they still are. So let me explain. Google Maps is a thing where people are supposed to find real businesses where people can walk into, or where employees can go right to that location to serve customers. That's Google's definition. That's Google's requirement. Now, as for the speed dating business, let me tell you why the ones that appear on Google Maps could be scammy. If you have not noticed, Donald Trump has put on some tariffs, and the tariff situation may get worse next month. Sorry if you don't see my face, I'm in the darkness. And there are street lights around, so you might periodically see my face as I talk. So, there I am. So, Donald Trump has put on some huge tariffs, and those tariffs are causing a whole bunch of chaos. Just recently, the Hamilton steel industry has laid off 100 and change people. The Hudson Bay Company, that's been long-standing for about 350 years, has closed all its doors, and that's gotten 9,000 some odd people out of work. So if you think about all those things, the next thing you know is restaurants, they're going to be jacking up their prices just to try to stay alive. Then you'll have people that with diminished spending power, or people that are aggressively trying to save their money. Heck, there's even a movement some are following called the No Buy 2025 or the No Spend 2025, where their goal is to spend absolutely nothing for a whole year straight. Now, with the restaurants, if they rise their prices, that's a sign they're expecting to make a little bit of money, because it's a sign that they could be reeling as well. I'm reeling. So when you factor all this in, the restaurants, well, let me tell you from personal experience. So one restaurant I went to try to run events, I had a discussion with the owner about a couple months back. He says to me, if you're running an event here, we're going to need some kind of commission. Like, he was raising the bar a little bit, so he wanted me to pay a little more commission than what I was planning to before. And he also stated that his sales this year, well, not this year, but in like a 1 week span a couple months ago, were much worse than they were a few years back. Like, it's so bad people aren't even going out anymore, maybe with the exception of a few. So that's the thing. So when you add up all that information, what it means is that people are struggling heavy. So what has this got to do with speed dating and scamming? Well, I've had a past experience where I ran an event at one place. Then after that, I tried to run an event at the same place over and over again, week after week after week, until a couple months go by where I consistently couldn't get enough people. And then we called it quits at that place. So then I had to try other places. And it seems like every single month or so, it's like I'm trying one place after another, just because I'm trying to keep things at a low price, and people aren't even buying even at low prices. Even, last year or the year before, people didn't even want to buy a $25 Canadian exhibition ticket. That's a theme park, in case you're not from Canada. It's one of those temporary theme parks that are open in mid to late August in Toronto. The CNE. So if people if people can't afford $25 to the CNE, and my competitors are charging way more than 25, well, guess what? They're probably out to scam you. Because if my competitors are charging more than 25, either they're running events with the exact same people over and over again with no financial skills behind them. I'm talking about their customers having no financial skills. Or they're probably scamming the heck out of people, because I mean, for them to be on Google Maps, they have to be running out of the same events out of the same place pretty much all the time. And because of what I've explained earlier, it's likely possible that they're going from place to place to place to try to run an event. Okay? Just because they're trying to please the venue, please the customers. I mean, it's such a hassle sometimes when the customers don't do a little bit of research beyond the first thing in Google. And you know what? Somebody got themselves in trouble for doing so. That's another thing I want to bring up. This young girl, it was on CTV News, and there's a video of that on Google as well. I watched, I think it was last night. And in that video, they said that this girl was looking to register her business with the CRA Canada. So what does she do? Oh, she just immediately goes on to Google and does a search for CRA. And then what she does, she clicks on the first thing she finds, which apparently is some site that looks exactly like the CRA, but it's actually not the CRA. And you want me to tell you why it's not the CRA? It's because if you look at the top, look at the URL, it's not even the CRA website. So what does this person do? This person decides to put all of her financial information, and then she even tells them what bank it is she's dealing with and all that. And then guess what? She was scammed at least $25,000. She lost all that $25,000 just because she went through a scammer site. All because she picked the very first thing she saw. I get today's a fast-paced society, but people need to really sit down and think about what they're doing. So before you go on those Google Maps and start believing those maps are, or not the maps, the businesses listed on the maps are real, you gotta do some investigating. Okay? So, speed dating, think about it. So unless the said organizer is running events consistently at the same place over and over again, you better believe that speed dating organization may be interested in scams if Google keeps happily leaving them on their website. Because, like I said, we're in a crazy world right now. This is an affordability crisis. People need to start thinking, or there's going to be more scams on the rise, and they'll be littered on YouTube. I've been watching. Maybe you should too. As a matter of fact, I think I should throw 100 links in my description. Don't know if I'll reach that many, but I'll at least throw a few of them because people need to be aware of what's going on. Well, anyway, that's all I have for today. I'm done with the videos for now. Bye-bye.